Hi, my name's Rich Hanlon. I'm your Wild Neighbors Nature Connection Nature Guide. It's March 10th, and here in the northern reaches of New York's Adirondack Park, some of the first signs of spring are emerging in the behaviors of our wildlife, even while we are still in winter. The forest still exudes a lot of stillness. There's a lot of snow on the ground still. But when I stepped out behind my house this morning, one of the first things I noticed was a couple of woodpeckers drumming back and forth from either side of the forest. And that tells me that they're setting up their springtime property lines. They're getting ready for the breeding season, even now. I also heard the clear whistled notes of a couple of black-capped chickadees. And that is their song. The same song that they will use to attract a mate and to proclaim their territory in the springtime as the weather begins to get warmer, as the snow begins to melt. It's not melting yet. It's still cold. But the first signs of springtime are here. And I want to invite you to notice the forest as you wander through it, as you hike through it, as you saunter through it. Well, as you're noticing the forest, notice what the forest is made of. Yeah, it's made of birds, it's made of trees, it's made of plants, it's made of rocks and dirt. But what makes up the majority of the forest? What is it that exists between the trees, between the branches, between the needles? It's space. So the next time that you're taking a wander through the forest, I want to invite you to notice the space between trees, between branches, between leaves, because it is the space that allows for movement, for breathing, for being. And it's the space that lets the light in. And this is something to notice in our exterior life around us as we wander through the forest. But to me, it's also an important thing to meditate upon as I consider, my own mental chatter and constant thoughts and feelings and emotions, and how important it is for me to allow my thoughts to settle so that there can be some space even within me as I wander through the forest, some interior space for movement, for breathing, for being, and to let the light in. Well, thanks for joining me for this short forest meditation. We are still in the winter in the northern reaches of New York's Adirondack Park, so if you're looking for a winter guided outing, feel free to look me up, Wild Neighbors Nature Connection, WNNC.net. And as we await the warmth of the springtime and the changes in the forest and its wildlife, I wish you well. Peace, neighbor.